Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, the second part of the gel filtration chromatography is the various types of the stationary media or the gel which are used in the gel filtration chromatography. So we have the three types of the gels which are usually used in the gel filtration chromatography, and they having the different fractionating range. Type of the gel, trade name, water regaining capacity, that is water absorption of water per gram of the dry gel. Then is the fractionating range, which is in the kilodaltons kDa. So first type of the gel which is used in the gel filtration chromatography is dextrane gel, and the dextrane gel, the trade name of dextrane gel is Cefadex, and this Cefadex is available in variety of pore sizes, and these variety of pore sizes are denoted by different numbers, like Cefadex G25 having the 2.5, it will absorb 2.5 ml water per gram of the gel, and having the fractionating range 1 to 5 kDa. Similarly, Cefadex G100 having absorbed 10 ml water per dry weight of the per grams of the dry gel, and fractionating range has 4 to 15 kDa. The third is the Cefadex G200, that having the water regaining capacity 20, and the fractionating range is 5 to 600 kilodaltons. So I have only give the three example. It is available in variety of the Cefadex G75, Cefadex G50, Cefadex G150, Cefadex G200, etc. Similarly, the second type of the gel which is used in the gel filtration chromatography is the polyacrylamide gel, and the trade name of this polyacrylamide gel is Biogel P, and it having the variety, it is available in variety like Biogel P30, P100, P200, P150, etc. So I have only put two example in order to remember. Biogel P30, water regaining capacity is 5.7 ml per gram of the dry gel, and fractionating range is 2.4 to 40 kilodalton, and the Biogel P 300 having the water regaining capacity 20 to 20.7 ml per dry weight per gram of dry gel, and fractionating range is 60 to 400 kilodalton. So it means that whenever we pack the column with any type of these gels, they will provide the fractionating range, means they will be able, these provide the separation of the particles or proteins or heavy molecular weight in these ranges. The third type of the gel which is used in the gel filtration chromatography is the agarose, and this agarose gel is available in dense suspension of beads in distal water. So this gel is already present in the dense suspension. So in this type of gel, the agarose gel, the trade name of the agarose gel is Cefarose, and it is available in three varieties: Cefarose 6B, Cefarose 4B, and Cefarose 2B. So the Cefarose 6B having the percent average concentration percent 6, 4B having the 4 average concentration in percentage, and Cefarose 2B having the 2 average concentration in percentage, and the fractionating range of the Cefarose 6B, 4B, and 2B are 10 to 4000 kDa, 60 to 20,000 kDa, and 80 to 40,000 kDa respectively. So usually the agarose gel is used for the separation of the nucleic acid, whereas the dextrane and polyacrylamide gel are usually used for the separation of the protein on the basis of their sizes. Now the column chromatographic technique in the gel filtration chromatography is very much important. In gel filtration chromatography, the column packing is uniform column packing is very much important. So first we consider these criteria which are present in the column chromatographic technique of the gel filtration chromatography. First is the column selection, second is gel selection and preparation, third is removal of fines and air bubbles, fourth is column packing along with hydrostatic pressure, determination of void volume, and this void volume should be 28% of the total volume of the gel, and then is determination of operating pressure or the hydrostatic pressure, and sample application and sample and fraction collection. So note, in gel filtration column packing is very important because gel has spongy nature. If column packing is not uniform, gel beads will compressed and you cannot get the good resolution or good separation. Usually in gel filtration chromatography, the long and narrow columns are used, long and narrow columns which are provide the good resolution. So next step is the column selection. Column, usually in gel filtration chromatography, the two types of columns are usually used. First is the short column and other are the long column. The short columns are used for the desalting purpose, as I have early discussed in the desalting process of proteins. Short columns are used for the desalting purpose. Salt and inorganic constituents less than 1500 Dalton, that is 4 to 10 times greater than the sample height to diameter ratios. Short column which are used for the salting purpose, having the length to diameter ratio 5:1 or 15:1. That is, length will be 15 and diameter will be 1 centimeter. Length will be 5 centimeter, diameter will be 1 centimeter. Long columns are usually used for the separation purpose, like for the separation of the protein of different sizes. These columns are 25 times greater than the volume of the sample. The column volume is 25 times greater than the volume of the sample. Height to diameter ratio of these long columns will be 20:1 or 100:1. In the gel preparation, gel will be soaked overnight for complete swelling. Overnight or soak complete swelling, or you can make the complete swelling over boiling water bath in short time. That is, in order to save the time, you can also prepare or swell up your dry gel on boiling water bath in order to reduce the swelling time. Fines, if are present in the gel, these fines will be removed by simple decantation method, as early in the ion exchange chromatography I have give you the detail. Remove the gas or air bubbles from the gel also, because these air bubbles or or gas can slow down the flow rate of the column, and when the flow rate of the column will be slowed down, you cannot get the good resolution or good separation or on the basis of the size of the protein. So for the removal of the gas or air bubbles, you can use the this apparatus, that is the vacuum flask, that having the outlet, air outlet. Here in the Buchner funnel you can give the gel in the Buchner funnel, and this gel will be shifted to the vacuum flask. This vacuum flask is attached or connected with the air aspirator, and this aspirator can provide the vacuum provide the vacuum in the vacuum flask. All the air bubbles or the gas if present in the gel will be compressed or will be sucked by the aspirator. It means that your gel will be free of gas bubbles or air bubbles. All air bubbles are removed in this way. Air bubbles is if present will slow down the flow rate.